Hey guys, welcome to Melanin United. And this video is on this video we're going to talk about Kenyan defense forces going to the DRC Democratic Republic of Congo to help with the war-torn long conflict that's been afflicted on the Congolese people, that's been brought to them, that they did not start. So Ruto, like I made a video about this probably a couple months ago, about talking about how Ruto saying, yeah, the East African community, like, so Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, Burundi, South Sudan, like, the East African community need to send troops to Congo to stabilize that region and stop the war going on there, so trades can go on peacefully, and all these sea routes and water routes will not be destabilized, or it'll be just perfectly set. And we know who has a problem with this, because the Democratic Republic of Congo is the richest country in the world, richest land surf face of land on earth, with all its mineral resources, cobalt, coltan for batteries that we all need around the world. We need the Congo for the planes, for the cars, the cars, computers, all of that. They have gold, oil, they got everything you need in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the richest place on earth. So it's no coincidence why the war has been going on for 22 years. It's no coincidence why there's so many different so-called militia groups there. It's not a coincidence why the UN does not want to. The UN continues to refuse to leave after 22 years, and the outcome just keeps getting worse and worse. And the citizens do not want the UN there, but they refuse to leave. And in fact, France and these European countries keep saying, we need more UN forces, we need a new strategy, because they know they're the ones that's behind the UN to keep distracting the people, to keep all this fabrication of this war going on, and to keep all this stuff going on so they can keep stealing resources. And so they have a problem with the Kenyan Defense Forces coming to the DRC and helping the Congolese army in those specifically regions in Congo. There are a lot of fighting going on. North Kivu, South Kivu, and I'm forgetting what's the other place. Goma. That's where the resources are. That's why the fights are going on there. So so recently, I've talked about how Ruto said, like, a couple months ago, like 3-4 months ago, he said the East African community troops need to go to Congo to stabilize it, so they can be a peaceful region altogether, right? Now, just about a week ago, he finalized it and said, yes, now our troops are going to be going to the Democratic Republic of Congo. And as we all know, they've landed there. And Kenyan troops have actually landed in North Kivu. And who has concerns and who's questioning and all that? The Europeans. The European media and some of these Arab media like Al Jazeera and all that stuff. Man, they work together. The Europeans they're trying to wonder, they're questioning, they're so intrigued and wondering, how many Kenyan forces are you guys sending? How many Kenyan troops? Why are you questioning that? Why does that interest you? So then you can go let the M23 rebels that you guys control keep putting it on Rwanda. And I know Rwanda's probably playing some puppets for you guys, but ultimately you guys control and run the M23. You say what to do, what not to do. And so yeah, so they want to know how many troops, how many Kenyan troops is Ruto sending to the DRC, so they can say, okay, well, this is how many weapons we need to give to M23, or this is what we need to do. That's why they question that. And the Kenyan troops, Ruto and the chief armies, the commanders of the army, the Kenyan army they've said, we can't give you the exact number, because for strategic reasons, right? So we don't want the enemies to know, which is perfectly what you do in war and stuff. But it's roughly about 900, what we all have heard and stuff, so around 900 troops. And I don't know if the other armies are there right now, like other East African troops are there. Hopefully they are, or hopefully they're coming. But we know Kenyan troops are in North Kivu right now, and we want to hope that them and the Congolese army work very good. And if they need more support, more East African troops can come, and they work very good to get rid of not just the M23, but that's the ones that's causing the most trouble right now. Get rid of the M23 rebels. Get rid of all these other militias. There's so many militias in the DRC. And the good news too is the DRC president, Chise, I can't even pronounce his name right now, but the DRC president, he's telling citizens, like some citizens to be proud and patrons and fight for their country. So you got a lot of Congolese boys and men gearing up, getting weapons and defending their country. So this is good. Now the problem is we don't want, because the Europeans, remember, they're 24/7 plotting, thinking, how do we divide and conquer? How do we distract them and make them fight each other? That's why they keep putting in their media, oh, the DRC planes have violated Rwanda airspace, and the DRC apologized for that. Oh, Rwanda keeps sending their troops and all that, and they want to make it DRC versus Rwanda and all that type of stuff, but because they want to take our eyes off who is the one getting the resources. That's the thing. You can say Rwanda is doing this. Who's taking these resources? See what I'm saying? That's what they want to do. They want to make it DRC versus Rwanda, or DRC doesn't like Uganda and stuff like that. But why is no one talking about the Europeans? You see what I'm saying? That's what they do. And they keep pushing that narrative, DRC versus Rwanda, so then we can take our eyes off the UN. Wasn't it just a couple months ago you seen the Congolese citizens, Congolese people fighting, throwing rocks, killing some UN members, UN peacekeepers, say get the hell out of our country. They don't want them there, but the UN refuses to leave because the Europeans are giving them orders not to leave. So they want to keep pushing this narrative. Rwanda, DRC, Uganda, DRC, they don't like each other. They don't want your troops there. But they already showed us they don't want the UN there, but the UN is still there. See? So that's the kind of manipulating tactics that the Europeans use, okay? So that, and then they keep saying, Kenyan forces are coming to the DRC. There's already a lot of armed groups there and stuff like that. And they want to try to put in the heads of the DRC citizens, oh, this is going to be bad. More troops coming to your country, because the people of the DRC know all the times when troops comes, it's always getting worse. Especially the troops that's sent by the Europeans or told to go there. So, like the UN, what's it called? They're supposed to be peacekeepers. 22 years. It keeps getting worse. So what are the DRC people going to think? Okay, we don't need troops. And they don't. But the thing is, these people keep arming these M23 people. These Europeans keep giving them weapons, keep giving them bombs, all this type of stuff. Giving them strategic plans, what to do, where to go, where to hit, where to destabilize, where to kill. So I'm waiting for one of these presidents to say, like Ethiopia stepped up to them and said, Europe, the EU, specifically Britain, the UK, and the United States need to stop interfering into Ethiopia's sovereignty. You know what I mean? They keep interfering. They keep interfering. They kept backing up the Tigrayan rebels and all that, the TPLF armed group and all that, and a lot of Ethiopians called them out. Not just Ethiopian governments called them out, but Ethiopian citizens in Ethiopia, in America, and all over the world. We need that same energy for DRC. Call the Europeans out for them backing M23 and all these different militias in North Kivu, South Kivu, Goma, and all those mineral-rich places. We need to call the Europeans out. That's what I'm waiting for. So, but hopefully the Kenyan forces, and if other East African country forces are there, but for sure we know the Kenyan forces, so hopefully them, and they're working together with the Congolese forces, and then we got Congolese citizens also going. So all those three different fractions are trying to get rid of the M23 and the other militia. So hopefully, we really hope that something good comes out of it, that we get rid of M23 forever, so the DRC minerals can start benefiting the people and benefiting the people around the region in East Africa and all over Africa, but specifically the DRC people. They need to benefit from those resources, because every Western country benefits from DRC resources, but not the DRC themselves. So that's bullshit. So hopefully the DRC citizens, the DRC army, the Kenyan army all work together and get rid of all these M23 and all these different militias and kick the United Nations out once and for all. Like, I don't even know what they're doing there, but distracting and stealing and resources. Like, goodness, they need to get out. So William Ruto again does another amazing thing. He keeps going to different African countries, different regions to try to unite us. He literally he's been to Tanzania, he's been to Uganda, he's been to now he's uniting with Congo, and he just linked up, just met up, and with South Africa, and that's another big economy. So if Kenya and South Africa can work together like that, this is really good for us. But yeah, we want to hope that the DRC situation gets much better, and I hope that more of us call the Europeans out, specifically one of those governments in that region call the European out for their interference and manipulating and just getting involved and making all these conflicts to steal resources. We need to call them out, and hopefully there's peace once and for all in the DRC, because it's not just gonna benefit the DRC. It benefits East Africa. It doesn't just benefit East Africa. It benefits West Africa. It doesn't just benefit West Africa. It benefits South Africa. The DRC is in the middle of Africa. There's parts of the DRC in East Africa. There's parts of the DRC in South Africa. There's parts of the DRC in West Africa. There's parts of the DRC in North Africa. And the DRC is in Central. So it's every region of Africa has the DRC in it. So that's going to benefit all of Africa. And the DRC will benefit all of us, black people. So let's hope the DRC gets better. Thanks for listening. Like, comment.